Creating plants may take time, but you can simplify this by using already pre-made like meta nodes or specific elements. And one of them, example, autogrowth. So let's go click enable, and you notice as we're creating, we have it on grow. We also have it age, new parameter pop up, which is will post it when you export the so you can modify inside the view. We also have it a root, but let's look closer what we have in autogrowth. We can expand our nodes so we can see that our edge connecting to our iterations, it's how many loops will go, and our roots going in simple input. Okay, let's a little bit maximize and look on some properties what we have inside the growth. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit closer, and we can see right here we have our plant. And it's kind of does not have leaves, just like almost branches and twigs around. So you'll notice it's almost all plant. And if we're going on the tabs, we'll have our growth, the general set, the link between the buds, creating how long. We have an angle, all this radius, additional. We're going over them in a second. We also have a shadowing effect. It's when light cast and elements is covering below, so we have it all up. We also have it cuts, so we can have it small. It's what happened when branch broke below the arc, so we have those cuts. Overall branches, we have it leaves that currently you notice we need add children, so we don't have leaves in this case. And general transform. This is very basic, but the system designed so well that it's naturally will monitor how many leaves you have it and where the shadow will cast so the plants cannot grow. For example, this interlink mode, and you can see this is the element of the growth. So we can increase and you can see how it will start growing. We also have it about radius. It's right on the bottom, and you can see how we're increasing size of them when we're connecting to those points where the buds where the connection is happening. Also, we have an angle with our plants. In this case, we can go down, create maybe a tree like pine tree or other ones, or go all the way up. Adjustment. Remember, all of these properties, you notice right here, they have it also option to add randomization, which is very nice. And some of those like angle and other ones can work also on the filtering based on a link of the plant from the parent or itself. We also have it the angle defined between branches, so we can create optional, and you know what, we can even add randomization between to create a little bit more. So now we have it noise, and this is actually very nice because you can add and you can see how the shape overall start changing. So this is almost add not waving, but kind of twirl type influence on our plant. Same what we did in some other ones, but we gone inside the influence and we did from this. However, you can add this noise. Usually I don't have it strong, but I do recommend add a little bit, so it will create this natural, not all the way straight. But again, it's based totally on what plant you're going. With bamboo, you probably won't go straight. Growth speed, speak about bamboo. This is defined with our age, how fast it will grow up. So it's currently 4. We can increase this age, and how said with the bamboo, for example, it's grow very fast. So we can increase to maybe 8, how fast it will go based on the age. Or you can manipulate slower growing depending on what type of the plant. Okay, so next apical, we can control a tendency to plant grow on the main branch versus on the offspring. So we can create, and you can see we're reducing how many grow from offspring, but it's still from our main branch. Okay, depending if you use the bush, so we probably want more kind of like this spread from the less from our main, but mostly start growing from offspring going around. And as a test for a plant, we can always go just as, okay, this is kind of going from main. Okay, and decay, it is death of the dead branches, how much they will decay. So we can increase amount of those dead branches that won't have leaves or other effect. and how much they will be falling down. So let's leave it for default right now. Next options, we also have shadowing, and the shadowing will affect the sunlight. So for example, the more leaves we have it on top, the less lights will go down. So less leaves will be right here on the bottom. So we can go inside. Okay, let's go to the leaves, and we'll just add leaf to this. Okay, and right here you can see we have it on top the leaves, but notice right here as a shadowing going right in this area, we have it less leaf because there will less lights going over. If we go inside the growth, okay, right here, we can see again increasing shadowing, and you can see how it's increasing or removing. So in this case, we have it more leaves and less shadowing. So this is depend on what type of the plant. It's actually create very natural, and you can see like a bush create very natural emptiness right in this area. We also have a shadow size currently cast from the leaves. How much light's influence depend how much of the light will influence on these plants. Again, by default 1. And also shedding threshold, how fast this will cut off. Okay, other ones will trapezium work more on the shape and how they're growing. So for example, gravitation angle, it is how the branches will grow against the ground, the up or down, and a vertical trunk will affect how this will work with the trunk affecting of the gravitation angle. So if we're going more, you'll notice it's kind of going down right here. It's a little bit hard to see, but you'll notice the will tendency going towards gravitation. And of course the influence is angle, how much it will go. And photorealism, it is a photo, it's a light, so see how branches will go towards the light. So we go all the way, you can see branches kind of going towards the light a little bit more. If we go max and we're going a little bit, we can attend them kind of start going a little bit up to the light. Again, this is all natural ways, and we'll look a little bit before on that ones. So we also have it cuts, which is allowed us to cut bottom ones, and currently it's for the plants, so it's way break all those branches. Additional modification you can do depend on what type of the plant you want created. Again, this is Autogrow. It's very unique and a very interesting universal tool that you can create plants, trees, bushes, and it's all based on properties that we can select. You also have a profile, and I think we'll look on some of this Autogrow in our other tutorial, but just overall refresh and see of complexity of this element. Also, the edge, we'll look a little bit in other tutorials how to connect edge of the plant with state, for example, of the leaves, how they can change or fall down. So we'll look on it later. But currently in Autogrow, we can do this. But if we want to create more custom plant that we can manipulate, we need to build actually our own system of the grow. But if you're interested and want very fast to create it, probably Autogrow it's the best way to go to create a very fast, very realistic plants with a minimum time to spend.